Hello and welcome to the Natural Wellness Solutions Podcast. I'm Keith. This is Heather. We're holistic wellness practitioners for Natural Wellness Solutions. We have some thoughts to share with you today.
Today's thoughts are such a milestone for us. It is something that we have been working on for an astronomically long time and what feels like a lifetime for us and kind of can be considered a lifetime for us. So we're going to let the suspense build just a little bit, but
Yeah. Building. Building.
Drum roll. We've been building something that we believe is literally transformative. That it has helped shape and transform not only our lives, but the lives of the clients that we work with. So, all that being said, we are happy and unbelievably excited to announce that we have created an 8-week course that we call Rooted and Rewired. That is essentially all about finding what your deepest root belief systems are and the emotional patterns that you have to learn why you react and kind of act the way that you do and how those shape and have shaped your life from childhood through today for whatever that looks like to you.
Yeah, and like what we're talking about when we talk about these beliefs being like foundational beliefs that work into a belief system, they create what we would call patterns in people's lives that are practiced over and over. And most of the time, people see these come up when they end up sabotaging a plan that they had. Like maybe they wanted to lose weight and they end up just over and over just self-sabotaging themselves, or they want to be in a relationship, but every time they get into a relationship, it ends up being the same pattern. And they think, oh, well, maybe I'm just going after the same guy or the same type of girl.
Yeah.
When really it might just be the pattern that they have because of this foundational belief that is creating a system which cascades into a pattern manifesting in your life. Which when you learn this, a lot of stuff changes.
A lot of stuff makes sense.
Yeah, even patterns that you think are helping you, you might reevaluate after getting through the ones that you know aren't helping you. You might see patterns that you think are helping you, but man, you find out that some of those patterns you thought were helping you are doing nothing for you. They're just having you move backwards. So we are extremely excited for this.
And I hear so often when people come into my office or they have a session with me and they're like, Heather, I just feel broken. And how often do you hear that? Or maybe you have experienced that in your life where you just feel broken. And then someone tries to compare it to the Chinese vase. If you've ever heard that analogy, if you haven't, feel free to look that up. But where like your broken pieces make you more beautiful because they're put together with gold. But I don't believe that people are broken per se. I have a phrase that I like to say that's, you're not broken, you're practiced. And when Keith was talking about these patterns and these deep-rooted belief systems, that's what we're talking about. You're not broken, right? I want to reiterate that. You are not broken. You have just practiced these patterns over and over and over and over again because of the emotional environment that you were in, whatever that looks like, right? Whether that was your home life growing up, whether that was school, whether that was sports, whether that was your friend group, your work environment. I mean, there's a plethora of different emotional environments that you put yourself in and day out for years and years and years. And all of those kind of require you to become some version of yourself to appease the emotional environment around you. Whether you learned to be one emotional type person at home and another type of person at school, and these things, they carry on with you and throughout your adult years, and people are like, but I just feel broken. I don't feel like I work properly.
And I think that we feel so broken because when we get advice from a lot of other people, we end up getting this, you just got to do it advice, right?
Yeah.
You just got to do it advice. And that action only lasts so long. And the reason, a big reason for this is when we think about like self-discipline to be able to do something we don't want to do, well, if you have a child or a pet or something that you have to discipline, what does that look like? A discipline almost looks like a punishment. Well, do you want to try and achieve this goal by just like punishing yourself into achieving it? Because that's what the just do it framework, mental framework, ends up looking like. And so a lot of times we can't just do that for so many reasons because we're skipping a lot of steps. Mm-hmm. And I use analogies from like what we can like do athletically in this. And so say somebody can, like, say they have a really high vertical, like they can just jump up and land on a 30-inch box. That's like half my height. With like straight legs, right? And they can do like 100 sit-ups in a row without stopping. And it's like, oh, you could just do a backflip. Like, why don't you just do a backflip? Just throw yourself over backwards. But a lot of times there's something within them that is stopping them from doing that. And so it's not well, just do it. You need to be taught through that. You need to be spotted through that. You need to find a system to change the deep-rooted belief of fear that doesn't allow your nervous system to go through that movement because you think, or your mind thinks, that it's going to land on your head or land on your neck and break it. There's a safety mechanism that was inside of us that stops us from doing that. Unless you did it at a young age and you had these patterns built and these belief systems built because you had somebody helping you through it. You had somebody teach you how to go through that safely. Now, as an adult, for some reason, there's so many people that are just saying, well, you just got to do the action. If you do the action, then you just get rewarded for the action. You just consistently get rewarded for it, and then you'll just keep doing what you're rewarded for. But that reward is so far out there that a lot of times we never actually get the reward, let alone get the reward over and over and over. And on top of that, when we start changing our behaviors, it is outside of our character. So it's different than what people expect from us. And when that happens, we almost feel like we are being punished from the people around us from acting outside of their expectations.
Right.
Now, all of this goes into it. And so it's not just a easy thing to change these belief systems and then these patterns in our life. So when we say we have created a system to go through this, we are not going to be well, you just got to do this, you just got to do that. We're not going to be those people.
Right.
We're teaching a system that will allow you to have these patterns in your life that if you feel the need to, if you feel like these patterns are holding you back, we teach you how to find the belief. What is the belief? Dig into that and be able to change that belief so then the system, the thought system works better, and then your patterns in life work better. And even your nervous system, your neurological system feels like it can finally relax from this fight or flight, this fear, this anxiety, this super heightened state that so many people are in perpetually. Yeah. Either that or the running, they're either heightened or they've just their nervous system given up, and they have like this depressed state where they don't feel like they can express themselves and feel alive. So like, if you can't tell, I'm super excited about this. Like, this is huge.
It literally has the option or the opportunity to be life-changing.
Yeah, both of us have done this. We have used this system. I feel like I've used this system and gotten drastic results from it, like really real, lasting results.
I feel like as we've gone through this and the more work that we've put into this and this step-by-step process that we've built. And when you talk to people, like Keith was talking about, like the you just gotta people, there's often so many steps that are missed. Like they try and go from step 1 to step 4, not realizing that there's a step 2 and 3. And those steps are, in my opinion, the most important steps. And I think that Keith would agree with me. And we don't want to share too much.
Well, but when you can't get yourself to feel like doing the things that you want to do,
right,
you're not gonna, that's gonna override everything. You have these things that are just gonna override everything. And so it isn't, you can't just, I don't know, I always say you can't just gut it out forever. You can't
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you can't white knuckle life forever. I mean, at some point, something's got to give.
And I think that this is such an investment in yourself, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Like, do you want to be the absolute best version of yourself that you possibly can? Because if you do, I truly believe that this has the power to do that. This Rooted and Rewired course, with the success that we have had with the clients that we've used, and we are living proof. Mm-hmm. We lived and experienced this while we were creating it, and I can tell you that I felt shifts happen in real time. Mm-hmm. I am not the same wife that I was. I am not the same mom that I was. I am not the same friend that I was. And I love myself so much more than I used to. I'm not saying that I had a bad relationship with myself by any means.
But you can feel in real time yourself go through, like, get out of version 1 and go into like a version 2 of yourself. And a version 3. Yeah, it's like playing a game and watching your character overcome these obstacles that it has to go through, these like different missions, and it's getting these like these strength upgrades and speed upgrades and whatever they are.
It's kind of like going through like the Nintendo back in the 90s. If you're a 90s or 80s baby, if you grew up in the 90s, you'll like Nintendo 64 when you got to like pick your character, and up in the top corner it would tell like all of the different characteristics.
Yeah, the stats.
Yeah, that this player has, and you're like, oh, I really want that one because it has this and this and this, but you haven't leveled up enough to be able to get that character. Like, the Rooted and Rewired course allows you to have the character in the game of life that you want, because we are legitimately week by week holding your hand and teaching you a meticulously thought out process where there's weekly videos that we've recorded on this platform that you go through. There's homework assignments at the end of it. Like, when I say homework, I don't mean like it's not hours long. Hours and hours and hours. This maximum, you might spend
15-20 minutes
on the homework. Right. The videos are between 20 and 30 minutes a piece. Yeah. The homework, it's not necessarily something that you'll just like sit down and go through. It's meant to go with you throughout the week. And then every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Keith and I will be going live for the class for an hour long to teach even more in depth and to allow you to ask us any questions that you might have pertaining to the information that we've given out from the week prior, the lesson prior. So, like we said, it's an 8-week course. There's videos, homework, live calls. If you can't make it to a live class, that's okay. The replay will be available for the whole week until the next live call happens. So the hard part, what's the cost? $600 for the entire 8-week course, which when you break it down, it is unbelievably inexpensive. It's $75 a week. That's like having...
But the outcome that you get for the rest of your life, to learn how to do this for the rest of your life, and then have your, like, this is a skill that you're learning. You get better and better at it as you do it for the rest of your life. Like, what is the cost of not doing it? Staying stagnant. Yeah, and the self-sabotage, the not understanding why you don't feel like doing the things that you know you should do. because those are all in the beliefs that you have, those foundational beliefs. You can't just like white knuckle it through a lot of those things. The expectations of other people that are pressed on you, like there's so many things going on. So the cost of not doing it
is far greater than the $600 that you'll spend to do it. And we have payment plan options. It isn't just like, if you can't, maybe $600 all at one time isn't a feasible option for you. We do have a few different options available to meet almost any budget.
Yeah, and you'll see that on there.
Yes, that is all on the website when you go to sign up. So another cool perk that comes along with joining our Rooted and Rewired class is that we've also created a community on a platform the platform that we use is called Circle, which there's also an app that you can download to access our free community. Keith and I go on there, we have discussions, there's we'll go live, we'll give information that we might not necessarily give on our social media platforms, but there's a free community for anyone. If you don't want to join the Rooted and Rewired class, I would highly encourage you to join our free community group. It's like a Facebook feed type.
Yeah, and it's different when you get into a community of people that
are like-minded.
Because if you're outside of that, like the things that we will put on there are different than what we put on social media. Because on social media, you have a lot of people that are not like-minded and they butt heads and their opinions are different. And so we can go a lot deeper into our thought processes and the way that we frame things in this community, because it is a community of like-minded individuals
who want to upgrade and become that better version of
themselves. And they can share their experiences and all of that along with that. So there's a lot more depth in the information when you get to hear about those experiences.
And you will also, in the Rooted and Rewired course, you'll have what I've liked to call a field guide, which is like a PDF pamphlet that you get to print out if you want to. It's like a binder full of information that you will have for a lifetime, right? You can hang it on your fridge. You can show your children. You can show other friends of like these different graphics that we've created that have these cycles and the patterns and how to go through them, walk step by step. So you get to keep that, right? And also piggybacking on that community, the free community that anyone can join, there is a Rooted and Rewired community that is specifically for the people in the class, where they can communicate with one another, they can bounce ideas off of each other, they can support one another through the growth and the hard times that will inevitably come when they figure out what these deep-rooted belief systems are that they've been carrying for so many years, right? It is a place of unexplainable, like a container space of unexplainable community. I can't think of even a word. I can't think of words that can even grasp the concept that I'm talking about, because when you find people who are so committed to healing and upgrading and becoming the best version of them, and you find other like-minded people, you form a bond that goes beyond words.
Yeah, it's kind of like being a part of a team. Like
it's like an exclusive team.
Yeah, that like those championship teams.
Yeah.
That if you've ever been a part of some organization like that, where everybody is motivated to achieve at the highest level, like there's something about that just really fires you up.
And you become almost unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the capability and the capacity to have these connections and these relationships with these other people who will join in with you for a lifetime. There is no end to the possibility of these connections and the ability for you to continue to level up, right? So
we're excited about it.
Very.
I hope you guys are excited about it.
We hope that we will see you and that you will join our class. We once again truly believe that it can be a life-changing experience for you. We hope that you tell your friends. We hope that you join, and we will put the link to check that out on our website in the description.